Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video I am using my most expensive makeup products and this is the look that I've created. I don't want to jibber jabber on for too long, so let's just get straight into the makeup. Okay, so for primer we have the Versace Unicorn Essence drops. These are £50 I believe. So I'm gonna put all the prices on one of the sides. I'm not too sure which side. Yeah, we'll see what it collectively adds up to, but I think it's going to be a high number. So this primer, it's a nice primer. It smells gorgeous. Really, it has skincare benefits, so it's really good for the skin, and it absorbs into the skin really fast and leaves it quite tacky. So it's really good for a foundation base. But at £50, I mean, that's a lot of money. So I'm just going to pop that on my skin. This primer is actually quite thin. It spreads all over your face, so you don't actually need too much of it. I would actually repurchase this because it's such a nice primer, and I just love how it has skincare incorporated into it. So for foundation, we've got the YSL foundation. It's the Le Tint one, I think. Yeah, it's in the shade B50, but I find that this is way too neutral for me. So what I'm going to do is mix in a little bit of these e.l.f. yellow drops. Hopefully that will just warm up the foundation. Also, I'll be using my beauty blender. The foundation and the yellow drops has been mixed, and I'm just going to pop that all over my skin. Yep, that is looking like a far better match. Work that into my skin. This foundation is heavily perfumed. It smells really nice, to be fair. I don't mind fragrance in my foundations, but I do know that it's a contributing factor to breakout, so I mean, I could live without. With one layer, I'd say it's like medium sheer coverage. It's not the best coverage, but it gives a really nice skin-like finish. It's not cakey at all. It's very fresh, it's glowy. So it's like a satin finish. Yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna add another layer of this because I think it's too sheer. I've got a few blemishes on this side, a few spots, and you can still see the redness. So I'm gonna go in with another layer. And I'm just gonna stamp that in. Hopefully the beauty blender won't take off too much product. It layers up really nice actually. It's not cakey at all. It doesn't look really thick on the skin or anything. I don't know why I don't use this foundation more often. I've still got a few blemishes that are visible, but I think I might just conceal them rather than wear more foundation. For concealer, I'm gonna use the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX4. This is what it looks like. You really don't need a lot with this. I'm just gonna dot it. It is full coverage goodness, not cakey, really flattering. I'm gonna put it on my eyelid as an eyeshadow base. I really like this concealer. Like insane coverage, insane, and it photographs so well. I feel like it just eradicates all my dark circles, and it's a really thin consistency once it blends out, so it doesn't look like you've got too much product on. So to set that under eye concealer, I'm just gonna pop some of this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Force finish in the shade 2 medium. I'm just going to pop that under my eye just to set it, because I find this is a really beautiful powder for setting your under eyes, especially if you don't want it to get cakey or anything. So I'm just going to set where I concealed. So for bronzer, I have the Butter Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed Bronzer. This is actually one of my most expensive bronzers, I have Hoola, and I also have the Natasha Denona mini, but because they're minis I can't really include them at full price, so technically this is the most expensive one. It comes in at around £13. This stuff smells so good. I'm gonna just bronze up my face. I feel like this is such a good color for me. It just warms up the skin so nicely. This is not too warm and not too cool, which is why I really like it. Okay, so for blush, I'm going in with the MAC Starquake Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This is ridiculously gorgeous. It is pink with all these like gold reflex through it, and I think this would be a really beautiful highlight for people with deeper skin tones. But for me, I think it works as a blush. A really glitzy blush. I think it's pretty similar to the likes of Orgasm by NARS. But yeah, that's just left my cheeks looking like really healthy and really flushed. For highlight, my favorite time, I'm gonna use one of my favorite palettes. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero highlight palette. And these are the shades. I've had this for a very long time, probably longer than I should have had it, but I mean the highlight isn't really gonna go off, is it? Go and dip into the shade Glow Getter, which is my favorite shade, this gold one down here, and I'm just gonna highlight, and this makes me pop in, like popping. Boom. It's so nice. These Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighters, they don't play. Like, they really don't play. They're here to show up. They're here to claim their throne. But they also make you show texture, which is not ideal. Just down here, down the bridge of my nose, just under my cupids, above my cupid's bow even. Okay, so for eyebrows I have the L'Oreal Brow Expert. I don't have many expensive eyebrow products just because I go through them so quick. I don't know, I just switch my brow products up so often. And I really like this one. So for powder, I am going in with this mini Laura Mercier powder. It's in the shade Translucent. I'm just gonna set all of my face with that. So I'm just gonna set just under my contour here. And a little bit just on my nose, just so that it kind of blends that contour right in. And just all the other parts of my face that I haven't really set as well. Usually I like to bake, but today I don't know, I don't feel like it. I have the All Nighter setting spray by Urban Decay, and I'm just gonna spritz that all over my face. So for the most exciting part of the whole video, I'm gonna do eyeshadow using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. I've not even opened this, I've not used it, not done anything with it. I bought this in the sale, and that was the Black Friday sale, and it's literally just been sat there because it's just too pretty to use. But today's the day, so I'm gonna peel off the sticker. I always find that so satisfying. I think I'm gonna start off with this shade here called Demure. I've used Huda's shadows before. Sometimes I love them and sometimes I just think they're not anything special. So let's hope I love this palette, because I don't know, I have such mixed views on her palettes even. Like, her mattes never impressed me, in all honesty, but her shimmers, incredible. She comes out with the most beautiful shimmers. They have like all these different reflex in them. They're just so pretty. And I take the shade Risque, adding that Risque shade and just deepening the crease. Then I'm going to take the shade Pink Diamond. Oh my god, it feels like cream. And look at the swatch. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's almost like a cream to powder finish. Just gonna diffuse that on my lid. I love eyeshadow going onto, like shimmers going onto my upper lid. I think it just looks nice on my eyelid shape. Because my eyes are quite deep set, so when I open my eyes like this, sometimes when I have mascara on, you can't really see all the glitzy stuff that's going on my lid. So I just like it to take it a bit higher, so just so you can see that glitter through my eyelashes. To deepen things up, I'm going to take the shade Cocoa. Well, I'm just gonna line under my eye, like so, and just take it into the outer part of the eye look. I'm going to take the shade Bubbly, this one, and pop that in my inner corner and just under the brow. Ooh, it's coming off a lot more gold than I thought it would. It's like a peachy, champagne-y, goldy colour. It's really nice. For liner, I have two. I have a liquid liner, the L'Oreal Perfect Slim Liner. My favourite liner. And the Rimmel 24-hour Kohl Kajal waterproof eyeliner. So I'm just going to tight line my eyes. These are not the most expensive eyeliners, to be honest, but I had a YSL like a Kohl eyeliner, but I have no idea where it's gone. I have a YSL mascara. Again, I find this is like a really perfumed mascara, but I like it. Not the best mascara I've ever used, but definitely not the worst either. Now for lips, I'm going to take the Huda Beauty lip contour in the shade Flirt. And then top it off with a Christian Louboutin lipstick, which is still in its packaging. I swear I've worn this like twice. And it's in the shade Zulu. For gloss, I'm gonna use this Too Faced Lip Injection Glossy in the shade Babe Alert. And I'm just gonna add a little bit onto my lips. So guys, let's do final thoughts. This is the overall makeup look. I honestly think it's so beautiful. The only thing I didn't really like was the foundation. I just find that it's not full coverage enough for me. I like a full B cover all your blemishes kind of foundation. But overall, like you can see with the skin, it's looking like quite fresh, dewy, it's looking very healthy. I feel like most of these products worked really well. I don't actually have an issue with any of them. I use them quite often. The overall price of all these products, I think totals to about £535, which in actuality is a bit insane. Like I just sit here sometimes and look at my makeup and I'm like, I don't know how much I've spent, but if I knew, like it would probably make me sleep, like not sleep for a good day or so, and then I'd probably buy some more. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a little bit of fun. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next one.